Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all that have joined us on the webinar and those who are on YouTube. Welcome to all our staff, our students, and guests at this webinar, which is an information session on the 67 blankets for Nelson Mandela Day initiative. My name is Noma Zondo, Executive Director of Corporate Relations here at UKZN. I am pleased to welcome you all again, especially our ambassadors, Linda Zama, who is with us today, and also KZN convener Susan Eslick, including other ambassadors of 67 blankets for Nelson Mandela Day organization. Thank you again for joining us. We are pleased that you wanted to spend this morning with us today. As UKZN, we are excited to share with you the incredible impact the 67 Blankets nonprofit organization has had on communities in need. 67 Blankets for Nelson Mandela Day is a global campaign started in 2013. The idea was inspired by a call to action for people to spend 67 minutes of their time doing something good for others in commemoration of the birthday of Madiba on the 18th of July. In the history of the 67 Blankets for Nelson Mandela Day initiative, thousands of volunteers have come together across South Africa and around the globe, contributing their time and resources to knit and crochet blankets for individuals facing extreme poverty, illness, and other difficult circumstances. These blankets not only provide warmth and comforts, but they also serve as a symbol of hope and solidarity for those who may feel alone and forgotten. The initiative has also raised awareness of social issues and inspired people to take action in their own communities. During today's webinar, you'll hear from the 67 Blankets for Charity Movement organizers who will share their experiences and insights on this initiative. We'll also discuss ways that you can get involved and also make a difference, whether by donating materials or volunteering your time and skills. I now like to hand you over to Linda and her team to tell us more about how we can get involved. Thank you so much. Over to you, Linda.
Thank you very much, Noma. Video, please.
Take a red, pink, green or blue, put in a needle and push the other through. Be a nitwit or a happy hooker, it don't matter what your blanket look at.
It's a knitting revolution going on. Keep nations warm, away from the cold.
The good fun has begun to change the world.
Thousands of blankets to bring joy
And cheer.
all over the world. We knit for him.
From Mandela Square to Washington,
We covered ground at the Union Square.
at the feet of Madiba, with everybody there.
A pasture full of color and love, overseen by him from above.
The challenge has won. Campaign of the year. Blankets in the sun to bring joy and cheer. 67 blankets has become a knitting revolution. We bring light and we bring love. Nelson Mandela is looking down from above.
This is her dedication to the father of our nation, the father of our liberation. It's a celebration for the dedication, 27 years of meditation. You left us with a legacy of reconciliation, and for that, we just want to thank you by dropping this anthem and by accepting the challenge of 67 blankets. Cause if you're the world that's living within the people, then we need to make a blanket.
Challenge has won. Campaign of the year. Blankets in the sun to bring joy and cheer.
To bring joy and cheer. We bring life.
And we bring love. Nelson Mandela
Oh, it's
is
life.
looking down from above.
Thank you very much. Lovely. Friends, I'm sure you have seen that video, which captures the vibrancy of the 67 blankets for Nelson Mandela Day movement. It is a movement, and it has become globally. It had its very, very strong footprints in Gauteng, and can you imagine, it is now a global movement. In my presence, we have our convener, Susan Eslick. But before I hand over to Susan, I just want to say I am glad that we have been afforded the opportunity by UKZN to actually celebrate the greatness of our icon, not just a South African icon, but a global icon, Nelson Mandela. Dr. Mandela taught us quite a lot. It's usually said in the African tradition that a person doesn't just die. There are certain things that are left behind. And there are qualities that he left behind, or attributes, if I could put it that way: love, sharing, joy, a very caring person. And this video captured the spirit of Nelson Mandela. Having said that, Tata shared his life with everybody he came into contact with, from babies to old people to young people. He danced. He was everybody's person, and he cared for each one of us. So he lived a very special life that inspired, and it still inspires, and hopefully it will inspire. Then Carolyn Steyn was inspired by Tata Mandela when, for instance, Tata Mandela's secretary suggested that there be a celebration through crocheting just for 67 minutes. And Carolyn Steyn caught on to that, started something very small that has exploded in color, in love, in sacrificing or committing time, energy, resources to make forgotten people warm during cold days, to make hurting people, like women in shelters, for instance, feel that there are people who care, who love them, to make children feel warm. We can go on and on and on. And I also need to add that crocheting and knitting is therapeutic. We have seen inmates, for instance, wearing their orange overalls, crocheting, knitting. It's therapeutic. We have seen old people, the elderlies in old age homes. They are crocheting, they are knitting. It's therapeutic. It is distressing. There are times when I just sit, and for me, I knit squares because my grandmother taught me to knit. And it's just therapeutic. You allow that wool, that hook, just to do something, your fingers. By the end of a session, you just feel relaxed. But let me not be long-winded. I'm now going to ask Susan, who is our convener in KZN, to carry on. Over to you, Susan.
Please unmute, Susan.
Sorry, good morning, everybody. I wasn't too sure exactly what you wanted me to cover today, but I'm also very happy to answer questions that you might have. I think you have actually covered a bit of the history and things involved. I got involved at the Beverly Hills when they did a road show. My daughter invited me to go and see what it was all about. And Carolyn came to Durban, and we were invited to help to make blankets for the Union buildings, which was one of the first big Guinness Book of Records that they did, where they have made thousands of blankets since. And it has been absolutely amazing to see the numbers of blankets over the years, because I've been involved for about 5 or 6 years now, growing. In fact, I think it's closer to 8 years that I've been involved, because they are 9 years old this year, and next year they will be celebrating their 10th birthday. So to say that this little bit of yarn that has wound around and made a big difference to everybody. It's just amazing. Linda was touching on the fact of the difference it's making in people's lives. There are a lot of people out there who are mentally distressed at this point in time, and it is making such a difference in their lives to be able to be busy. It is keeping the elderly together in the old age homes and things. It's bringing them together with a common purpose, as well as bringing us on the street together. I've made friendships with people from Chesterville to Linda Zama, who I would never have met if it wasn't through this. And it's just amazing to see how it has bound the country together, the world together over a common thread. So we really do encourage you guys to get involved, whether it be from a financial point of view to support us, to buy a wool to help other people on the ground, or whether it be to actually get somebody, a loved one, involved, that it will give them purpose in life again. I really do think it's quite amazing. And I do get the honor of getting a lot of the KZN blankets. So we have distributed to a number of areas. Just recently, the last of the ABSA blankets that were laid out at one of the malls in Johannesburg, Fourways Mall, I think it was, we gave to Ikitelu Children's Home in Bothas Hill area. In the past, we have given to a number of different, be it old age homes, disabled associations, children's facilities where they need it. And we try to keep rotating this to different areas of need. There is a beneficiary request form that people can put in if they know of an institution or a group of people who are desperately in need, that we can then organize to do it. But we have got a wonderful big event coming up on the 10th of June at the Holy Family College, very close to UKZN. And we will be laying out blankets for the needy on this day. And for this, we really, really need your help, because we're trying to aim for 670 blankets to be laid out on the field at the Holy Family College overlooking Durban Harbour. We do think we're going to have the best view in the country of all the different events that will be held in the different regions. And we would really like to encourage you to come on board and help us to make a difference in this community of ours. So we really, really look forward to a lot of the assistance there. Is there something else that I should cover in terms of questions, Linda?
All right. Thanks very much, Susan. You know, that is nice and crisp, actually. So there is also Frankie. Frankie is very much our communications person. Over to you, Frankie. Would you like to say something?
Yes, thanks, Linda. Good morning, UKZN. And I'm very pleased to speak to people from my alma mater. Even though I'm of a senior age, I only graduated with my master's in 2016, so I'm pretty much fresh out of university. So I think as a student or an academic or a university worker, what participating in 67 Blankets for Nelson Mandela Day can do for you and other people is, as has been said before, crocheting and knitting is very therapeutic. And you might say, well, there's nothing wrong with me, but you'll be surprised that if you do some crocheting or knitting, you'll feel better afterwards. And also has been said before is how it binds people together. We talk about a common thread that binds us all together. Well, you can very much connect and bond with other people over a cool drink and crochet. So I would very much like to invite you on behalf of 67 Blankets to consider learning how to crochet or knit. And the way to do this is, if you need us to, we can teach you. Otherwise, the way I learned was off YouTube. There are masses of beginners crochet videos that you can look at, and you will easily pick it up. If you need help, shout though, and just put hook to wool and see the difference that your actions can make in the lives of other people, people who need you. They need you. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much, Frankie. There are questions that are coming up from the participants. For now, first of all, let me just assure people who have posed questions that we are going to finish contact numbers at the end of this session. And as Frankie has indicated, we are quite happy to actually go to UKZN as long as students organize themselves. We will be there to assist, to actually coach in crocheting and knitting. We've done it before. And I remember that 3 years ago, UKZN churned so many beautiful and colorful blankets. And that is why we are here, because we just want to build on that. Can you imagine 3 years ago, then 2 years ago, most of us, all of us actually, we were locked down, and we are now celebrating resuming the relationship and drumming support for the 10th of June. And let us hope that even those who have missed this session will actually come on board. I know that students come and go, but there are people who have remained. We would like your support, not just on and off basis, but in a sustainable manner. But right now, the drive is for us to deliver 670 blankets for the 10th of June. So we are working very, very hard to get those numbers and then obviously carry on. What I'd like to say is that, as Susan has indicated, there are some deserving communities or organizations that we do not know of. Please, there is a donation form. Suggestions are there. Some people may come together and say, we would like our blankets to go to ABCD, as long as that organization fits the profile of the organizations and individuals we support. We will definitely be there. In short, as UKZN support, please, ideas. We would like this movement to grow, and it is going to grow if you also make suggestions. So you are most welcome. But the bottom line, please come on board. 10th of June, we want 670 blankets displayed. Other questions?
Somebody was asking about where to register. We actually do have an online 67 Blankets for Nelson Mandela on Facebook. We also have a WhatsApp group of nitwits that we do. If you contact either any one of us and ask us to be added to the group for the WhatsApp, we can include you on it, which we will then tell you where we're going to meet, like at the SPCA in Kloof, or Springside Cafe in Hillcrest, or at Ural coming up, we're going to have a thing, or at Fabrica at Sunningdale and Durban North. We've been doing a thing at 5 o'clock in the evenings for those people who can't make daytime stuff. So we try to do a regular get together of people from time to time. So you can do that, or pop a message onto the Facebook page and we can communicate with you from there who the local ambassador to you is, if you just want to hand in a blanket at some point in time.
Thank you. Any other question? Well, we've addressed the registration that, so we've addressed all the questions so far, and the contact details have been given. And I think we are good to wrap up?
Okay. Thank you so much, Linda and the team. We're really excited about this initiative, and we've already receiving, quite a number of emails of people asking how they can get involved. So the interest is there. So I would like to thank you for attending the 67 blankets for Mandela Day information session. We appreciate your interest in our initiative and commitment to making a difference in our communities. During this session, I think we've had the opportunity to share with you the incredible impact this program has had on communities in need. We were also honored to have several volunteers and organizers involved in the 67 Blankets for Charity movement, sharing their experiences and also insight with us. We hope that you found their stories inspiring and informative, and that you'll even more motivated to become involved and make a difference. We've also shared the link of the video that was played because I think when you play these videos via Zoom, they're not so clear, but we've also shared the link that you can then watch the videos at your own time. We're also going to have this webinar record. I mean, the webinar was recorded, so it will be available on our YouTube to also watch later. And for those who were not able to join us this morning, whether by donating materials, volunteering your time and skills, or spreading the word about the initiative, every effort counts and help us bring warmth, comfort, and hope to those who need it most. The power of community, compassion, and creativity will always make a positive impact. We will be hosting knitting sessions like we did before on different campuses. So please look out for invitations, and hope you'll be able to join us there. Thank you once again for joining us for this important and meaningful webinar. As we stay aware that it takes each of us to create a better world for all, even by a single act of kindness. So continue to be kind and make sure that you lend a hand where it's needed. Thank you so much, and have a good day, and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you very much, Norma, and thank you, UKZN. Let us fly together. UKZN is my alma mater, by the way. Lovely.
Yes, you do. We're happy to have, both of you here as our alumni. So we're excited about that. Thank you so much.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you, Norma. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Norma. Thanks so much. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.